This video covers going online using HiQNet Netsetter to configure device IP and HiQNet addresses. All preparation for going online has been covered in 3 prior video tutorials: Network Basics Parts 1 and 2, and Network Settings and Connectivity, which should be watched and understood before using Netsetter. Netsetter is a simple standalone application embedded in Audio Architect for detecting and configuring HiQNet devices on a network. It allows manual configuration of many networking settings of the devices it discovers on your network. It is deliberately capable of discovering devices with more brute force than Audio Architect and can be used to resolve any device networking issues, such as resolving IP address or HiQNet address conflicts. Netsetter can either be launched to run standalone from the Audio Architect program group in the Start menu, or by selecting the Netsetter button in the Tools section of the ribbon, and is available both in Offline Design or Online Operate ribbon tabs. Running as a standalone application enables configuring the network and addressing without even launching Audio Architect to upload a venue file. Running Netsetter directly from the Audio Architect interface is also possible if you need to make minor adjustments after the initial network setup. Using Netsetter is very intuitive and self-explanatory, but I will cover highlights of basic functionality and features. Netsetter displays all HiQNet devices on a physical Ethernet network in a straightforward grid of information, including DHCP and devices outside of your PC's IP address network. The PC adapter option selects which network interface card or NIC Netsetter will use to communicate with a HiQNet network. A computer may be connected to multiple separate networks depending on how many NICs it has equipped. Even if your computer has only one NIC and IP address, the PC adapter dropdown will display a second IP address of 127.0.0.1. This is called the loopback address and is your computer's way of identifying itself whether or not it has an assigned IP address. You won't detect any HiQNet devices if you choose this address. Select the IP address of your connected NIC here. For more information on how to establish the IP address of the connected NIC, consult the Networking Basics Part 2 video. The display option is a drop-down list of filters to apply to the discovered devices displayed in the grid, setting the grid to display only devices meeting the selected characteristic. This allows large networks to be distilled down to view specific things like IP address conflicts. The Export button exports and saves the data in the grid as a file that can be opened in a text editor or spreadsheet application for future reference. Think of it as a way to record how all the devices in the system are addressed. Access to the event log is from the Event Log button here. Left-clicking at the top of each column of information will sort the entire display by ascending or descending numerical order, or order detected, for the data in the selected column. Change configurable values in the grid by typing directly in the cells. The Apply Edits button pushes all changes to devices. Undo edits resets all current changes to their previous state without sending them to the online devices. Clear container refers to the Audio Architect room, rack, or array information stored in a discovered device. You may want to remove that if repurposing devices from one rack to another, for example. Information about your PC is contained in the bottom section of the window, including the PC's HiQNet address. Remember that every HiQNet application assigns a HiQNet address to the computer running it. If you are using Audio Architect at the same time as Netsetter, your own computer will show up in the list of devices for each HiQNet application, as will other control computers running a HiQNet application. Netsetter is a simple but powerful networking tool that can save time detecting and configuring networks of HiQNet devices.